So just on that note, there's been plenty of dialogue in our country, but is it translating into action? This week, the Business Women's Association of South Africa met with President Ramaphosa, where he promised to prioritise women in a society where female-owned companies are in the minority and the playing fields are perceived as being far from level. For more on the challenges women entrepreneurs face and how to change them, we're joined now by Nola Mashaba-Xala. She is BWASA Gauteng Interim Chairperson. A very good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tsapisa. Good evening to you and the viewers.
I was just thinking about what Bulelani and I were talking about, GBV. There's no doubt that the cost to GDP as a result of GBV runs into its billions. Is enough being done to protect women who are naturally within the workspace from being forced to either leave their jobs or being threatened at their jobs or just being harassed at their jobs?
It's a very interesting question, that. And is there enough? It will go back to the women who are experiencing this type of treatment within the workplace or anywhere else where they encounter such conditions. Are they vocal enough, right? So we can say that there could be enough or not enough, but at the end of the day, are all the women being vocal about what is actually happening for us to put emphasis into the amount of time and resources that are being put in order to fight this type of incidences that are happening to our women? I don't think there is enough. We can do more, but it starts with us as women to be vocal about what is currently happening.
All right, so let's talk about some of the priorities outlined by yourselves and the President during this dialogue. Defying social expectations surely has to be top of that list, because as much as we talk about the empowerment of women, the space is not created for that, and funding also being a major stickler point.
The priority for us is, one, let's get the conversation going, right, especially from the top level point of view with the presidency. And we do appreciate the fact that he made the time to come and engage with our women, with our members from across across South Africa as well. So the main priority is what opportunities are available. We need to open up the playing field for more women to participate in business opportunities. We need to open up opportunities for more women to have access to funding. We need to come up with solutions for women businesses that are not being paid at the end of the day. So for us, priority actually from the discussion point of view, that's where we mainly focused on with regards to the discussion with the president.
Support networks are also a major issue for women not to get ahead, and we're speaking about the limited number of female-owned businesses in the country. What have you found as a challenge yourself personally, but just working within BWASA, that space?
I would say more of an opportunity than a challenge. Working with Business Women Association, one, from a support point of view, it's one thing when you're working all by yourself as a woman in business, and you don't get to hear other people's voices, other people's objective views about what it is that you have to offer as a business. But when you are working as a collective, you are sharing your experiences. There's definitely someone who has dealt with the same challenge that you may have, and they have found a way to actually deal with it. So I believe working together as women, hearing each other out, being honest about the environment in which we work on, there's definitely solutions that come up from there, instead of being in your lonesome self where you don't have any support.
But
so
it's
it definitely
one thing,
helps.
women supporting each other, and that's all very well and good, but the environment within the business world, is it supportive to women who want to achieve, who want to build, who want to bring up other women?
I would like to think that if you have a business and you have a compelling story and a service to offer, someone will open up the door for you. So it's beyond just being about a woman, but we have to have those conversations in terms of gender parity within the business space. But at the end of the day, for one to have a compelling business case, you have to offer a real service. And I believe those opportunities are there, and our government is actually doing what is necessary to promote and engage and open up those opportunities as well. So what the president also mentioned is that there's a lot of trade missions that he participates in, and what he's ensuring is that a lot of women participate in those missions as they go out and open up new markets with new trade missions and attracting investment to come into the country as well as domestic investments as well. And he insists that women must play a big role in that, because without us participating at that level, definitely no one else will open up opportunities for ourselves except for us.
So within a policy framework, obviously women are recognized as previously disadvantaged. So yes, we say you have a seat at the table, but in terms of policy design and decision making, is there an improvement on that point?
From a government point of view, he did reiterate the fact that yes, nationally they do promote women from a policy point of view, but it's still something that needs to filter down to all the other structures of government as well as into the private sector. So when we're looking for opportunities for women, it's not only government that will only play that role, but at the same time we're looking at the private sector to open up the same opportunities for women. But policy definitely has been driving equal parity for women to participate. It's just a matter of implementation, and that is the reason why we are here, to engage with all the different stakeholders to make sure that we are on the same level.
All right, thank you very much for your time. That is Nola Mashaba-Xala, BWASA Gauteng Interim Chairperson. Time now to find out what's happening on this